If you just ignore your reality, then you'll get what you want out of life. Let me repeat that again. If you ignore your reality, then everything that you want out of life, your dreams, the places that you want to go, travel to, your business ventures, business ideas, going back to school, getting out of whatever environment that you're in, if you ignore your current reality, then whatever it is that you want, you will get. But it's going to take a little bit of digging, my friend. It's going to take a little bit of work. And the work really is up to you because reality is all perception based. What you perceive is what's factual in your life. How you think is how you will be. What you focus on most is what you will attract in your life. See, if you're too focused on your current situation, then your current situation will continue to be your current situation and it will extend to be your tomorrow situation. Then it will extend to be your future situation. And it's all because you're spending your right now time focused on where you don't want to be, focused on the position that you don't want to be in, focused on the people that you don't want to hang around, focused on the people that serve you no good, that does not contribute to your purpose in life. Being in an environment that does not mold you and shape your character, that does not help you grow in life. And when you're locked in and focused on those things that pain you, when you're locked in and focused on those things that does not serve your purpose, what you're doing is you're dividing your 24-hour period by spending time devoting to things that, again, doesn't serve you or serve your purpose at all, doesn't get you closer to your goal. Understand we have 24 hours. We get to choose what we want to do with those 24 hours. We get to choose what we want to do with the 24 hours that we have. Now, some aspects of it is where we have to divide our time by being in places that distracts us to a degree, being in places that is considered having to be responsible, having to go to school, having to pay the bills, having to go to work. So our time is somewhat compromised already, having to be in the kitchen, having to cook dinner for yourself and with the family and for the family. Those are things that are non-negotiables. You got to eat. You have to work. You have to make sure that you have a roof over your head and food in the fridge and clothes on your back. However, even though we all have 24 hours where our time is divided different, we still have time to do more. You're not at work all 24 hours. You're not at school all 24 hours. And how you're thinking in that process matters. What you do with your leisure time matters. And how you devote your time when it comes to either going after your goals and your dreams or trading in that block of time to focus on your current reality, trading in that block of time to focus on what does not matter, which is the current situation. Perception based, of course, which is your current situation in terms of your right now reality. Let's delve a little bit deeper into what I mean by ignore your current reality. And if you ignore your current reality, you'll get what you want out of life. So, right now, let's just say you're not where you want to be in terms of your environment. Let's just say your living situation isn't necessarily the greatest. The people that you live with are toxic. The people that you live with have no goals. The people that you live with aren't inspired. The people that you live with don't inspire you. The people that you live with are negative towards you. The people that you live with hate you. Let's get into it. Let's just say your current environment where you live at is toxic when you step foot outside. It's also toxic. It's not safe. Your residential neighborhood, your way of traveling to school, your way of traveling to work, being outside in general, let's just say it's not the safest place to be. And you don't want to be there. But that's your current reality. That's where you currently reside in. Let's just say your current reality is also thinking about the past traumas, the past events, the things that happened to you in the past. And you're always focused on that realm. You're always focused on something that happened to you years ago. Let's just say that you're always reflecting on that. And my friend, that's where the problem occurs. You're focused on something that has no value in your life moving forward. You're focused on being in a place, being subjected to be in a place where you're making it a permanent fixture. Because what you're doing is, again, you're dividing your 24-hour period by where you could be doing work instead of focusing on where you're currently at, you could be working on moving forward. You could be working on getting out of that mud. You could be and you should be taking that time that you have, that free space of opportunity that you have, instead of flipping channels, instead of scrolling on social media. You could be taking that block of time by working on getting out of your current situation. You're taking that same block of time by scrolling on social media. You're taking that same free time that you have within that 24-hour period by dwelling on the past, by dwelling on your current situation, as opposed to taking that time, that divided time, and trading that block of time, by trading that block of time and by working on your future self. Let's go. By taking that block of time and working on becoming better. Let's go. By trading that block of time and working on putting yourself in a better situation. Let's go. By trading that time, working on yourself, manifesting your future self, putting yourself in your future shoes. By taking the time that you're spending devoting to what's currently in front of you, instead of working on redirection, instead of working on replacement, instead of working on moving forward, instead of working on opening up that new door by way of the work that you put in now. That's where the difference is, brother. That's where the difference lies. You're too focused on the subject in front of you, as opposed to focused on moving past the current subject. You're too focused on what's in front of you. You're too locked in on what's in front of you. And that's hindering your growth, brother. That's hindering your ability to move forward, because you're sitting here, standing in the same place, sitting in the same place, locking eyes with where you don't want to be, which is your current reality, your current situation. It's all perception based. Your reality is what you perceive. If you perceive that your current situation is going to be the end all be all, then it's going to be the end all be all, brother. Just think about it. Right now, your current situation does not reflect where you really want to be in your life. So let's do the math. If right now, where you're standing, where you're sitting, is not a reflection of where you want to be, and you have 24 hours, let's do the math, where you already have to divide some time to devote to things that can distract you from getting to where you want to get. Of course, again, non-negotiables. You got to cook, you got to clean, you have to make sure that you're fed, your family's fed. There are certain non-negotiables to where we already have to divide our time. That slightly distracts us from our goals. But we also have to account for the free time that we have, the downtime that we have, the conversations that we have, the scrolling on the social medias, that time that we have. And even when you're at work, even when you're at those places that are considered non-negotiables and you're taking care of business, you still have to make sure that you are spending that time not thinking about the things that don't bring you joy. You have to still make sure that you're mindful of the time that you're spending while working, thinking about those things that bring pain in your life, thinking about those things that does not bring fulfillment in your life. Spending that time, that even when you're working, spending that time thinking about the things that does not bring fulfillment in your life, the things that cause setback in your life, the pains from the past, your current environment. Again, when you're always devoting time thinking about that simple math, that means that you are now taking away time that you could be devoting towards your future self. So basically, let's get to the fix. The fix is to ignore your current reality. Ignore your current situation. Ignore it by not accepting it anymore. Ignore your current reality by saying, you know what? I want to get ahead in life. I want to better my situation in life. And what I'm going to do is now take that same block of time that I used to use, spending it on dwelling on my current situation. I'm going to ignore it, and I'm going to start getting to work. I'm going to ignore my current situation, my current reality, by taking actionable steps that's going to get me to where I really want to be in life. It's going to put me in a position from the work that I put in today. So I'm going to ignore it. Do me a favor. And it may sound crazy, but I too used to live in those places. I too used to live in those current realities. I too used to be dreaded by those current realities until I changed one thing, until I ignored my current reality. Again, do me a favor and close your eyes. All right. When you close your eyes, now you see nothing. What I want you to do with your eyes closed is to not think about what troubles you, not think about your current environment, whether it's in your home, whether it's toxic when you leave out your doors, whether it's not safe, whether it's just not the reality that you want to live anymore, whether it's your job and you're not really where you want to be with your 9 to 5 in your career. You would rather be doing something else. So close your eyes and do me a favor. Repeat after me. I only see my goals. I don't believe in failure. I only see my goals. I don't believe in failure. I only see my goals. I don't believe in failure. What's happening is now that you've closed your eyes, you can no longer see where you currently sit. Literally, bro, when you close your eyes, it's not in front of you anymore. And what you're doing also by saying those words is you're encouraging yourself. You're making your reality change and shift by how you're nurturing yourself and the conversation that you're having with yourself. And if you have to absolutely close your eyes to make it happen and make it more surreal, and close your eyes and visualize where you want to be, the position that you want to be in, the business that you want to start. And I want you to then take your reality, because the reality is you're going to have to open your eyes, but treat your life a lot like what it is that we just did. Shut out everything. Close your eyes when it comes to what it is that you see, meaning don't focus on what you currently see, and tell yourself, I don't care where I'm at right now. I'm not where I want to be, but I only see my goals. I don't believe in failure. And then take the actionable steps to get to where you want to get. And guess what? Your reality will change. Now you're doing work. Now you're repositioning yourself. Now we got motion. Now we got motion. Now we have activity going on in your life. Now we have activity going on in your brain. It's stimulated. Now we're doing work. And over a period of time, by doing the work every single day, you're going to start manifesting where you want to be. You're going to start manifesting growth. You're going to start becoming confident, developing your confidence, developing your skill sets, trading in that time where you're at right now, your time at work. Eventually, there's going to be a shift in your life where you're going to be where you want to be. And this is exactly what I mean by ignore your reality and you'll get where you want to get, and you'll obtain what you want to obtain, and you'll be where you want to be, and you'll be successful as you envision it, as you work on it, by ignoring your current reality. Mindset shift, changing your current perception. Again, reality is all perception based. It's what you tell yourself, it's what you dwell on, it's what you focus on. If you tell yourself, I'm nothing, then guess what? That's your reality. If you tell yourself that you lack self-worth, then that's what you're manifesting. That's who you are in the current moment. If you tell yourself that you lack faith or you lack believability, then that's who you are, because that's what you're spewing. That's what you're doing. You're defining yourself. That is who you are because you are saying it. You're saying it out loud. You're saying it to your inner self. You're saying it to every cell within your body. Keep in mind, every cell in your body is eavesdropping on your thoughts. We're going to do a video on that. We're going to do a video on that. So what it is that you say to yourself, the conversations that you're having with yourself, they matter. They're either going to build confidence or they're going to break you down. So I encourage you to every single day, bro, especially if you're not where you want to be, to take the time that you have within your 24-hour period and divide it and construct. Change the way you think, change the way you speak, change the food that you eat, change your mental diet, change your approach in life. Do it different than what you've been doing. Do it different than what you've been doing. Think different than the way that you've been thinking. Reverse it, and then start doing the daily work every single day, internally and when it comes to what it is that you want to manifest on the external. But you have to do the work and you have to change your reality. By changing your reality and your mindset, shift your mindset and start doing the work every single day, and you will be where you want to be. You will obtain what you want to obtain. You will be in that different environment that you see yourself. If you change what you're doing right now with your time, your God-given time, you can manifest greatness in your life. If you change what you're doing right now in your current situation, right now is the most important time of your life. So I encourage you to get inspired. I encourage you to get busy. And I encourage you to change your reality by ignoring your reality if you don't like where you're at, and start working on the reality that you see within your heart, the reality that God has promised you, the reality of your purpose, the reality of your life, the reality of the lifestyle that you want to live, the reality of the purpose that God has given you to walk out in life. All right? Change your reality and you'll get what you want. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn your post bell notifications. If you guys appreciate content like this and want more of it, come through with your ideas. What do you guys want me to talk about? What topics? I do appreciate all the engagement that we've been getting here. Let's keep it up. Let's chop it up. This is a positive vibe community, a good vibes only community, and we intend to keep it that way. Let's drive towards our greatness, you guys. Let's do it. And I can't do it without y'all, all right? As always, do what brings life to you. And it's a great chance that you'll bring life to whatever it is that you do. You already know. Rain, sleet, or snow. The goal is to always grow. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Peace and blessings. One love. Strength.